Hey, this is Trending at Some Point. So, we watched Belle Collective on Friday or Saturday, depending on when you watched it. And I came across an article called Nine Reasons Why Young Women Should Avoid Significantly Older Men at All Costs. And I wanted to go over some of those points and see if y'all recognize some of these things in Latrice and some of the other reality TV people we've seen, including like Ashley Darby. So let's go through these points. The power dynamic can be skewed. When you're in your late teens or early 20s, you're most likely still in school or at the beginning of your career. You have limited life experiences and disposable income. You're dependent on many things around you and most often insecure about yourself. Meanwhile, most times those older men have a career, money, social status, decade long or more experiences in all sorts of areas, and they're more likely to be ahead of you in life in establishing yourself. It is unlikely that they'll see you as an equal partner whose career ambitions, life goals deserve the same level of respect and priority as theirs. You can't be true to yourself. When you're with a significantly older man, there isn't just an age gap, there are also gaps in maturity levels, lifestyles, perspectives, and life stages. To bridge these gaps, it's often you, the woman, who has to adjust yourself to fit the man, who feels the pressure to position herself as more mature than the girls my age, to accelerate your life and to prove to him and mostly yourself that you're grown up enough to be dating him and deal with his issues, while in reality, you're not at all emotionally or psychologically ready. You also don't have enough security, both emotional and financial, to challenge the status quo and stand up for yourself when your interest is at stake. You'll likely find yourself trapped in a relationship that's set entirely on the man's terms, which will gradually destroy your self esteem and self respect. The relationship is set up to fail. If you specifically seek them out because they're older than you or they seek you out, this relationship is predicated on superficial factors related to age. You might not know who they are as a person outside of the older man persona, and they may not be able to see beyond your youthfulness. What happens when all he has left is his old age and you're no longer youthful? The relationship might be smooth sailing in the beginning as you get carried away with all the so-called benefits of dating an older man, but true differences and incompatibility will become obvious as the relationship progresses. In the next 5 or 10 years, you'll change dramatically while he will be set in his way. Two common possibilities. One, he will stunt your growth and traumatize you in the process. Two, you will grow apart from him and want to leave. They don't care about your intelligence. One of the tactics these older men use to lure much younger women into their arms is to make the woman feel like they value them for something other than their youthful beauty. They will choose intelligence as they know that the much younger women who are responsive to them are likely to have troubled relationships with their parents and are hungry for approval. When they say you're smart, they actually don't mean you're smart. They know if you're really smart, you would not want to have anything to do with inappropriate men like them. They know you're insecure and they want you to get addicted to their validation. Their validation is meaningless and worthless. Their compliments might make you feel good momentarily, but they don't mean anything because they're not real. They're part of an agenda. Nothing they say to you has any value when their perception of you is tied to your gender and age, and they can't see you as a whole person who doesn't just exist to boost their ego and satisfy their desires. If anything, they're likely to assume you're naive and have low self-esteem and standards, to accept them without questions and overlook their flaws, which women their age don't put up with. They're not a prize. There's no respectable position to give you validation. They objectify you. They don't simply want you for who you are. They want you for reasons that have everything to do with themselves. Being with you would first serve as an ego stroke. They may feel younger, more desirable, more fun, better than the other guys who aren't in the company of young and beautiful women. They can also get away with their Peter Pan syndrome and commitment fear as they think much younger women wouldn't want to get married anytime soon. They're not the solutions to your inner problems. If the reason why you are drawn to relationships with significantly older men is because you lack parental figures growing up or you don't feel secure about yourself, these men won't solve your problems. They will amplify your pain when they fail to show love and care for you, or worse, make you feel abandoned. You'll think it's your fault and you're not good enough, while in many cases, these older men are just emotionally inept and empathy deficit. The love and care you crave from your parents can't be found in the relationship with older men. Even though they might be as old as a parent, they're not your parents. They don't have caring responsibilities for you. And they don't love you just because. They have romantic and sexual intentions with you. And again, their validation is worthless. It won't fill you. You have to do it yourself and elsewhere. You're not equipped to deal with their issues and character flaws. When you have limited life and dating experiences, you're not prepared for all the psychological issues a significantly older man might have, or his manipulative tactics to trap you in the relationship if he wishes to do so. You can't see through him like you do a college person your age. You might not even have the financial resources needed to leave the relationship when it turns abusive. When the power dynamics are skewed, you will struggle to call him out and set the terms of the relationship to meet your boundaries and standards. You might not even know your boundaries and standards yet. You can easily get gaslit and be able to feel crazy because you simply haven't seen any better. You might even hide the relationship from anyone because of the stigma associated with the age gap, and so you're isolated from friends and family. Your brain hasn't fully developed yet. If you're under 25, your frontal lobe, which is responsible for rational thinking, hasn't fully developed. As a result, your decisions may not be as foresighted and beneficial for yourself as you would like. You're more focused on living in the moment. You don't fully understand the long term consequences of your actions. You take emotional pain much harder at this age. Who you are around 20 and who you are at 25 will be drastically different, and you don't want to be dealing with permanent consequences for the rest of your 20s. A relationship with a significantly older man can leave a long lasting impact on you. If it goes horribly wrong, which most likely will happen for the aforementioned reasons, it can wound you for many years and give you a damaging view of romantic relationships. Okay, so that's a very biased article. Obviously, I really feel like the person that wrote this, especially if you just read all of it, she probably went through this or she knows somebody that did go through this. But yeah, I really do see a lot of Latrice in here and some Ashley Darby in here too. So let me know what y'all think. Talk to you later. Bye.